Spirits are high and a league championship is up for grabs tonight in lovely Fullerton, California, as night falls upon the great Fullerton District Stadium for some Friday night lights. It's the Troy Warriors hosting the El Toro Chargers in the Iota League title game. Mateo Sauceda here, joined by my partner, Joseph Nguyen, and we welcome you to this live showing of high school football here on TRHS Omnia. It's a beautiful Halloween night tonight, and we are just minutes away from seeing these two teams on full display as they battle for the Iota League crown. Joe, what are you looking forward to seeing from these two squads in tonight's game?
Well, Mateo, let's take a look at the current Iota League standings. The Warriors are coming into this one with an 8-1 record following a nail-biter 21-20 victory over the Irvine Vaqueros last week. Troy looks to add on to their undefeated run in league and can secure their second consecutive league title. Their defense has shown out this far, surrendering less than 50 points to their opponents in the league. On the other hand, El Toro holds a 6-3 record, also remaining undefeated in league. They walloped the Santa Ana Saints last week, coming off of a huge 54-7 victory. Both of these teams entered the game without a league loss, but only one will exit as champions. Last time around, Troy came out victorious with a 42-24 win, with the Warriors leading at half by a wide 18-point margin. But considering the success both of these teams have had all season, I'm anticipating a game that is nothing short of electric.
Thanks for that insight, Joseph. Which players on either side do you think will show out today?
Well, Mateo, I want to highlight Troy's incredible running back room. Ethan Munt returned to action last week against Irvine after missing the previous two due to a shoulder injury, but he picked up right after when he left off, notching 185 rush yards and all three Warrior touchdowns. Senior Charles Rippon also had a solid performance, rushing for 22 yards. I'm also excited to see senior Fisher McDonald perform on defense tonight. He has 29 tackles for the year, with 19 being solo tackles, and he leads the team in sacks as well. Now for El Toro, I'm expecting QB Wyatt Nucci to do it well tonight. He has had a total of 2,013 passing yards with a total of 28.6 passing yards per game. On the defensive side, I'm interested to watch senior tackle Malachi Menya with 9.5 tackles per game. I'm sure he's going to be a defensive presence tonight. All in all, Mateo, I'm expecting a great night of football under the Friday night lights.
Thank you, Joe. The theme for tonight's game is White Lies, so you'll be seeing a lot of white in the crowd tonight. You'll also be seeing lots of costumes in the student section in honor of the Halloween festivities. Our ASB team has done a great job setting up, decorating this beautiful stadium for tonight's game. And with all that taken care of, we are just about ready for kickoff. This sea of white is dying for some high school football title game action between the Warriors and the Chargers. As it stands, Troy will be kicking off to El Toro to start this game off. I'm excited. Both of these teams 4-0. And we've got some great football to be played tonight. Here's Tarosian with the kickoff. Picked up around the 15, running it downfield, still on his feet, still going, pushed out of bounds right around the 40 on their own side, and that is where the Chargers will begin play. Well, Joe, we've got two of the most talented running backs in the league on the field tonight, in Troy's Ethan Munt and El Toro's Micaiah Chi. How do these two match up?
Mateo, these two backs have shown some very similar play this season, but Munt seems to edge out Chi in just about every significant stat, with around 200 more rushing yards and 2 more touchdowns in 2 less games. However, Chi's flawless carrying record stands out when compared to Munt, who's lost the football twice already this season. All in all, I'm excited to see these two duke it out tonight in the championship game.
Quarterback Wyatt Nucci, the junior, ready to go here. Start this game off for the Chargers. Looking deep. Still
like
looking. He's got a lot of time in the pocket. Fires deep. First play of the game. And knocked down by Mason Avey, the senior cornerback. Starting it off with an electric defensive play. And it's second down.
Let's look if we can get a replay on that. But from what I saw, the QB, he was kind of hesitating a little bit. Kind of think he was choosing to run it by himself, but he throws it, sees him at the end. Ultimately, the defense caught him down.
Nucci was given a lot of time to make that pass. Unfortunately, a little too short. And now he's going to opt to hand it off. Running up the gut, still on his feet and still going. Knocked down. That's Micaiah Chi taking that one across for a first down, tackled by Luke Dolmat.
When he ran up the gut, I think he found a hole there to get past that O-line. For how long he got off as a whiz to get yards.
The Chargers push the ball across midfield and claim a first down in the process. Nucci ready. Drops back. Pressure coming on. Slips a little bit. Looking for a hole left side. Fires deep again. And picked off. Andrew Green looking to take it back from the 10. Coming down the near sideline. Still on his feet. And he's pushed down at the 35. Ball comes loose. Chi ends up with it. Little shoving there. And it is going to go to Troy. What a play to start off this game. Just over a minute in.
Let's look at this replay right here. From what I see in this QB, he likes to go long, trying to get a quick point. But looks like Troy anticipated that, caught it with the pick.
That was the second time already that Nucci threw into double coverage. First time, of course, batted away by 80. This time, even worse.
Troy's ball.
Troy will start it at the 36 on their own end. Mays, the quarterback, hands off. But immediately strapped down. Ethan Munt. Couldn't gain much on that. Just a couple of yards. That'll make it 2nd and 8. Ethan Munt has had a season to remember, folks. Over 1,000 rushing yards in just 7 games. He's missed 2 to injury, but he's still an absolute beast on the field as he runs up the middle, and he looked like he was free for a second, but he stumbled a little bit. Looks like he got tripped up as he approached midfield. That will be good for a first down. Let's check this replay out. Oh, I think that was the last play.
Yeah, we can see how quickly the El Toro strapped on Munt, took him down.
That time, though, found that gap. Takes it up for the first.
Looks like El Toro studied Troy, studied Munt.
Another one to Munt, up the middle again, fighting for yards. Still on his feet, brought down right around the 45. That's going to be another solid run for Munt.
Yeah, once Munt passes the O-line, it collapses in on him, trapping him down, strapping him down. So let's see what Mason Mays does.
Munt leads the league in rush yards and touchdowns, so you'll expect to see him be used quite a bit today, as there's a nice run down the near sideline for Charles Rippon. Taking it up for a first down across the 40.
Found a hole there, quickly strapped down though.
Rippon's had a nice year for himself too, just under 400 rush yards on the season. With that rush, probably got over. Mason Mays fires to a wide open Hudson Plug. Fires down the field, and he's just downed right in front of the end zone. What a play.
See if we get a replay on that, but he's at breathing room.
Let's check this one out. Oh.
Looks like that was last play. But, man.
Perfectly designed play. Mays rolls out left. Plug, there must have been some sort of defensive mishap there because Plug was wide open.
What was seen that, I think that there was some miscommunication on defense.
Ball handed off, and oh, what a play. Rippon handed the ball, knocked down by the El Toro defense. That was the junior Quattro Schindel with the tackle.
Looks like they lost yards. They're from 3, now they're at 5.
So we'll be second and goal now. Ball spotted at their own 5. Motion in the back. Hand it off. Munt looking for a hole, and he's going to get in for the touchdown. Ethan Munt adds to his league-leading total with an early touchdown here. Just under 4 minutes into this ball game. It's 6-0 Warriors.
Very nice. Munt. Ethan Munt this year. Nothing short of pure muscle, pure energy, pure strength. But that play, yes. Pass it to Munt. Straight down the gut, straight in the end zone. Very nice.
And here comes the extra point from David Park, who we know to be just such an accurate leg, and he continues his run.
Very nice.
An extra point there. That'll make it 7-0 Troy early in this first quarter.
David Park this year has been very consistent, making almost every point with the kick. Only a few times have he missed.
So a long passing play to Hudson Plug, followed by Ethan Munn, adding to his already high touchdown total of number 19. Makes it 7-0. Great start for Troy.
A quick point to get off the bat, get Troy leading.
Tarosian, the junior, looking ready to kick this one back. Here we go. A little squib, nice roller. Picked up right around the 30 and pushing it up there. He'll be down right around the 37.
Looks like when he caught the ball, he was trying to go for a hole, but no hole to be found. See this replay. Quickly, that O-line squinched together to stop him.
That one taken back by the sophomore, McCade Romo. And the Chargers are ready to get back into action here. First play, handed off. It's Chi taking it down the near sideline, looking for a hole.
Shake and bake.
Into the 40 now, or right around the 40, before being brought down. There's Mason Avey again up in there. It's like Paul Ortega got a piece of it in there too. Looks to be a 2-yard gain there, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Toro lining up on the left hash. That one handed off again. Chi running up the middle. Dives towards the 45. A little bit short of that mark. That'll be good for a 5-6 yard gain there. Let's check this one out. Just got strapped up there a little bit. Very good secondary effort though to dive for some extra yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 3 here.
Looks like El Toro wants to win. They have the drive to win. They're diving for points, diving for yards.
Another handoff to Chi, running it up the middle, and a very nice run as he pushes the ball across midfield for the first down.
See if we can get a replay in this action. Yeah, he found a hole past that first O-line, but looks like the back kind of quickly went on him.
Chi's closing in on 1,000 rush yards on the season. He's got 16 touchdowns as well, with an average of 7.5 rush yards a carry.
Looks like
very nice season for him. And it's going to be a quick check down over to Romo, who stumbles, and that is going to be a pretty significant loss of yards, about 3 to be exact.
Looks like El Toro is opting not to continue with their long passes after that pick, opting for some short Passes, get some yards, kind of grind away at the defense.
To be fair, though, the passes weren't all that bad. I think it was just the decisions to pass in those situations. Again, both passes, double coverage. Both did not end up well for the Chargers. 2nd and 13 now, handed off. It looks like Romo now taking it up. So he'll gain those lost yards back, plus some change. But that will make it 3rd down. Clock ticking down towards 5 minutes left in the quarter. Nucci ready. Drops back, looking to pass. Up the middle to a wide open Romo, who takes it up the field. Big time hit, still on his feet. Downed at around the 25. What a play there by McCade Romo. We'd love to check that out.
Little quick pass down.
Romo, huge hit, wow.
Ooh, he's still up. Still up after an impact.
Looked like that was Luke Dolmat there taking that massive shot. El Toro exiting the huddle.
1st and 10.
1st and 10. Coming dangerously close to the red zone now. A little bit of movement there. Nucci wants to pass. Fires for the end zone. And just out of reach. Intended target there.
Let's see if we can take a look at that replay.
Number 1, Achilles Segura, the senior. Excuse me, that's Bryce Thacker. Nucci trying for that deep shot again. Not a bad pass by any means, just a little too much juice on it.
Not a bad pass at all. I see what he was trying to go for.
He had the man there. Instead, it'll be 2nd and 10. Another handoff. Great job by the defense. That's Fisher McDonald pouncing on him immediately as they try to get Romo up the middle again.
Replay here. Right down the gut. But
yeah, McDonald was just on him immediately.
Defense.
That'll make it 3rd and 10 with under 4 to go in the quarter. Enough. Nucci drops back, looking for another pass. He's got hole in the middle. He's going backwards now, rolling out right, fires toward the sideline, and did he catch it? They're going to say incomplete. Intended target there.
Seeing that the QB
Pressure.
was...
Let's check it out.
QB was pressured a bit. Although it was an incomplete pass, that the caught though was pretty good.
Yeah, that was
catch.
Matthew Arroyo, the junior wide receiver, with the catch. He's got almost 500 rec yards with 5 touchdowns, so he's been a big receiver for this team. Instead, on 4th down, the Chargers are going to opt for the field goal. Gianluca D'Amato with the kick. It's a good one.
Very nice.
And it is good. Wow. That one from close to 40 yards out, and he drills it. What a kick. And that'll leave the score 7-3 now.
4-point margin.
Very nice kick right down the middle.
Yeah, he put power in that kick.
D'Amato, the senior kicker there, that was only his 3rd field goal attempt of the season. He was 1 for 2 previously. So that'll be his 2nd made field goal this season. And El Toro won't come away with nothing.
Good that they're not letting a very large point margin.
That's good. Again, this defense has been very good all season. Here comes D'Amato with the kick. High in the air. Will be Green receiving. Looking to take this one back up the middle. Still on his feet. Gets across the 30 on their own side before being brought down. And talks of maybe a fumble here. Lots of arms pointing in every which way.
See if this replay catches it.
The ball might have come loose, but Troy will hang on to it now with 3:22 left in the quarter. Just looking to add on to that lead.
But amazing footwork on the offensive end. Quickly stopped though. That is number 22.
So the trainer's coming out. So that's number 9, Noah Cisneros of El Toro walking off. Something's hurting. And it will be the senior Troy Tetau taking his place. How about that last name?
Tau.
Troy now looking at 2nd and 4 on their own 38. That one handed off up the middle. Munt stays on his feet, tripped up there, gets all the way to midfield for the first down. Ethan Munt continues his reign of terror. The clock now under 3 minutes.
Ethan Munt this year, from earlier games, very similar. Looks like they'll be opting to continue with the Munt strategy, pushing it up till they're in the red zone.
It looks like something called, I don't know, the ref just sent a player off the field. That's Achilles Segura.
Uh-oh.
Will be replaced by Braden Giles. Not sure what happened there. Thought it was a timeout at first, and pink flag?
Pink flag.
Some kind of penalty. It is on El Toro, I think. I have no idea what just happened. The ref just threw out a pink flag. Have you ever seen that before?
No, Mr. Salceda.
And unsportsmanlike, wow. The refs pull out a penalty seemingly out of thin air. I'm not sure exactly what happened there.
Pink flag for unsportsmanlike conduct?
It will be a 15-yard penalty, and that'll move Troy all the way up to the opposing 35.
Very
Great
nice.
field position here for Troy. That one handed off. That's Noah Tapia taking it down the far side, and he's got a nice opening there as he takes it across the 25 for the first down.
Junior Noah Tapia. He's showing out these games. Let's look at this replay. Wide open on the end. Passes through. Looks like he's tripped up.
Ball spotted officially on the opposing 24. May is looking to pass. He's got Plug wide open. Caught. Touchdown. Hudson Plug in for 6. And it's now 13-3 Warriors lead.
That is how it's done traditionally. If you have a wide open person down there, you pass it to him.
Great play design there by Coachy Chavez. Plug has missed nearly the entire season with an ankle injury, but he's back now. And he is showing out to begin this game. That's the second time he's been left just wide open. No one around him. Mays just rolls right and...
Is El Toro underestimating him after his ankle injury?
Maybe. David Park up the middle again for another extra point. Troy now up 14-3 with just over 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. of this Iota League title game.
This replay here, the kick. David Park has always consistency. His life is always consistent.
For the kickoff.
It'll be Troy kicking Del Toro.
Here comes a kick. Another ground ball. Pops up right into the hands of Romo, who gets... Oh, I thought he got absolutely
Oh, he's
lit
still
up
on
there.
his
He's
feet.
still on his feet. Somebody got trucked. I thought it was Romo initially, but looks like that won't be the case. He'll end up taking the ball close to the 40 on their own side, and that's where things will get started for El Toro as they try to get back into this ball game.
Look at this replay. One pushing him down. He's still up. Now most of the team on him, he's still up. He's strong. Almost matching Ethan Munt.
Tonight's game is proudly sponsored by Toyota of Anaheim, your premier Orange County Toyota dealership. Enjoy complimentary Toyota care with every new Toyota, 2 years or 25,000 miles of maintenance, plus 24-hour roadside assistance, all handled by ASE certified technicians. From rugged trucks to hybrids like the RAV4 Hybrid and EVs like the EZ4X, Toyota of Anaheim has you covered. Explore their full lineup and schedule your test drive today at toyotaofanaheim.com. That's toyotaofanaheim.com. We're waiting for play to start up again, and that is, I believe that is Kingston Watts walking off the field,
Injury.
grabbing that right knee a little bit, but he is walking off under his own power. Very nice to see. And it looks like we have a video coming up for you right here. All right, never mind. No video quite yet.
But you folks will see some videos at halftime, so stay tuned for that.
Thank you. Nucci ready to get going again. Snap a little low. He flips it off to Chi. Takes it out of bounds, seemingly for no gain there.
Looks like their QB is a bit disappointed. It's not the play that he had in mind.
Yeah, it looks like he wanted to go for another pass, but again, that Troy defense is so intimidating.
Yeah. Coach Chavez is putting up a great defensive mindset tonight.
When you got guys like Fisher McDonald and Michael Fenton, just big, intimidating guys. That one handed off to Chi again, looking for a hole, and he's going to get strapped up. That's going to be a loss of yards.
Yikes.
Michael Fenton right there for the tackle. And that'll make it 3rd and 11.
I think I saw someone behind him push him forward.
El Toro struggling to get anything going early on in this game.
11-point margin.
Nucci ready. Snap, drops back. Looking to pass here.
So
He's got room. Stumbles again, and he's going to take it himself.
uh-oh.
Yep, he's just going to have to take it himself out of bounds. Right back to the 40. And that'll make it 4th down
Like
with under a minute left in the quarter.
replay. Looks like he didn't have a lot of options. Tried to go for that first pass. Looks like no one was there. Decides to take it up on his own.
Yeah, every man cover there. Just a last-ditch effort. Try to pull something off. It will be officially 4th and 9, and it looks like they're going to punt this one away. Here's a kick. Up in the air.
It's high.
It's spinning. That's a good punt. It's picked up. Nice catch by Green before being pushed down. Still a little bit of pushing there. Looks like he got to about the 35.
2 interceptions for this game. Was it Andrew Green caught both of them? Only one. But interceptions this game. Let's replay.
Andrew Green has had a lot of interceptions this season. He's tied for 2nd in the league. Initially tied for 2nd in the league with 4, now at 5. Might be tied for the lead, as that one taken up to the 40 by Ripon. That one will take us to the end of the first quarter.
Let's look at this replay. Very nice up the gut.
That one will take us to the end of the first quarter. Troy leads 14-3 over El Toro in this Iota League championship match.
One winner. Let's see who it will be.
Before we get into the action here in the second quarter, looks like we actually have a video for you this time. Let's check it out.
Pancakes or waffles? I would choose pancakes.
Pancakes are better than waffles.
And then I'd choose pancakes from Denny's. It's really good.
And I'd rather have waffles.
Easily pancakes. I'll take pancakes any day of the week.
And pancakes for sure.
I'm a big fan of waffles because I don't really like pancakes.
Pancakes or waffles? Waffles for every day of the week.
I love pancakes. I don't really like waffles.
It looks like the second quarter will start with a flag, and we'll be on Troy. 5-yard penalty, send him back. So we will start at a 2nd and 8 in this second quarter. Mason Mays ready. Rick handoff to Munt. And the Chargers defense knocks him down, pushing him back. Did gain a couple of yards on that play, but not much. There's Coach Chavez talking with Mays and maybe Dolmat there. Hudson Plug not on for this play. Might see a little bit of Dolmat action on this one. Fake handoff, and no, he's gonna go the other way now to Ethan Munt, who makes the catch. Takes it just past midfield for the first down.
Yeah, that's a good play. Swapping up from gut to the wide wing. Shaking up that defense.
Let's check out the replay.
With Munt's size and speed, that's easy for him. Get some yards.
And another big penalty, this time on El Toro. Looks like it's going to be a personal foul, and that's going to push them up all the way to the 35.
Yikes.
Another 15-yard penalty. Let's see if it proves costly for them.
Look, Mateo, this is the championship game, and they're handing out free yards with penalties.
Yeah, have to limit that as much as possible for sure. That could be the difference between winning and losing. One handed off. Munt carrying at least 3 men towards the first down marker. And I think he did pick up the first down there. What a run.
Should we get a replay on that one?
Yeah, he's just pushing people.
Looks like they bent into the red zone a little bit.
So I'll be 1st and 10 at the 24 for Troy as they look to knock in their 3rd touchdown of the ballgame. Mays drops back, fires, and just off. And I think that's going to be an offensive pass interference on Plug. Let's check this one out. And that's exactly what it's going to be.
Looks like it was very close to being an interception, too.
Yeah, and then you see that late push from Plug. That's what incited that flag. So that'll push Troy back a bit. Again, offensive pass interference on Troy. Oh, looks like we had another flag on the play there. It was roughing the passer on El Toro. So those penalties are going to offset. And we'll be right back to where we started. 1st and 10 on the 24. 10:23 on the clock.
Looks like there's a lot of feelings in this game.
Hand it off. Munt running it up the middle, trying to find yards. Down at the 20, gain of about 4. Ethan Munt just continuing to be a force. Let's check this one out. Ethan Munt is the reigning Iota League Offensive Player of the Year, and he's looking to repeat that achievement as he picks this one up again. Still on his feet, fighting for yards. Men jumping all over him. And that'll be good for a handful of yards.
What can we say, Munt? Big man Munt?
Big man Munt. Doing it again. Ball spotted on the 16, it looks like. They're inside the red zone. 3rd and 2. The clock will likely run down to around 9 minutes. Mays ready. Motion in the backfield. Hand it off. Pitch to Munt, who finds his way down the far sideline, and he's going to take it all the way for the touchdown. Ethan Munt with number 2 on the game. And that's going to make it 20-3, Troy on top.
Very nice to see. We got a replay of this touchdown. Oh yeah, that man was free.
Untouchable. I don't know if a defender got even a hand on him during that run.
You know, it was free eatings. David Park with the kick.
Comes. It's up. And it's good. David Park again with the extra point. That'll make it 21-3 Troy as they are slowly but surely running away with this one early on.
9 minutes on the clock, 21-3. Is this going to be a repeat of last year, Mateo?
I hope so. Of course, there is still a lot of ball game to be played. We saw just last week against Irvine, Munt started it off with 3 touchdowns, and then Irvine clawed themselves all the way back, only losing on a missed 2-point conversion that would have won them the game. So very, very tight there. Hoping that's not the case today. But if it is, it would make for a great game. So I honestly wouldn't be all that mad. And here comes another video. Trojan ready for the kickoff. 9:01 remaining in the half. It's another squib, and it's going to be picked up by number 32. That is Henry Stevenson, the senior, who just drops it down there around the 37. That's where the Chargers will start off their drive. We'd like to give a big Warrior thank you to Urgent Care Pros, proudly serving Fullerton, Cypress, and Lakewood with fast, compassionate care when you need it most. Walk in any day, no appointments needed. And be seen by board-certified ER doctors with digital x-rays read by radiologists, an in-house lab, and same-day testing. Urgent Care Pros delivers top-quality care all under one roof. Now one handed off. Thrown to the middle of nowhere.
Well,
Lucci might have been a late hit there, no calls.
this replay here looks like shows the nowhere pass, but he was really pressured. I saw the defense coming down on him. He had no choice but to throw it a Hail Mary pass. See if anybody was there.
Once again, a big thank you to Urgent Care Pros. You can learn more about them at urcarepros.com. That is urcarepros.com.
Looks like the Troy NJROTC push-up team hard at work.
And if the game continues this way, they're gonna be out there for a while. It's gonna be a long night for them.
I think they're doing what, 3 per point. So 3 times 21.
It's a lot of push-ups.
That is a lot of push-ups.
Looks like there was a flag on the play. Again? Not sure exactly what's being called right now, but the ball is being pushed back to the Chargers' own 19. Referee is still conversating here. Oh, it might be the coach questioning what's going on there. That's head coach Peter Lofthouse there talking with the refs. And as we wait for the situation to get settled, looks like we have another video lined up for you guys. Enjoy.
Pre-game ritual, I like just listening to music, hanging with my friends on the bus. That's fun.
I usually listen to music and like hang out with my friends and usually eat food.
Like 5 Advil and then listening to some intense music, you know.
Probably taking a lot of Advil, listening to like hard rock, like emo music.
I like to listen to music and lock in and like pop a bunch of ibuprofen pills.
My favorite pregame ritual is blasting music with the boys and getting right for the game, like Deftones. After every meal, I poop at Fisher's house.
Probably sleeping in Fisher's bed.
Pregame ritual is just vibing to music in the locker room.
I like to listen to music, specifically country music.
Before each game, I text my parents and sisters.
My pregame ritual is blasting music in my headphones.
Pregame ritual or superstition is I go poop at my friend Ethan's house every single game.
I go poop before every game.
lot of discourse from the head coach for El Toro with the ref.
You guys missed out on quite the heated conversation, and it is still continuing over there. Lofthouse still arguing. The head referee waving a pink flag again. Not sure that's an added penalty or if, because I believe El Toro called a timeout during our break there. The ball remains on their own 19. 2nd and 10.
Looks like head coach for El Toro rallying the Chargers, trying to get them out of the 3-point slump.
Nucci ready in the shotgun. Hand it off to Chi, who runs up and is brought down for a short gain. I think there was Fisher McDonald in the midst of it there with the tackle. Let's check it out.
He had a hole, but looks like he tripped on a player.
Looked like Joel Clemente got in there. He had a great game last week against Irvine with 10 tackles. Big force on defense for Troy, and he's looking to repeat again tonight. So 3rd and 25. It's going to be a pass and incomplete. Intended target there is number 1, Bryce Thacker. That'll... With 8:08 left on the clock, it's 4th and a Walmart parking lot.
Bit of too much gas on that pass. That flew right past the predetermined receiver.
It looks like for the 3rd consecutive drive, El Toro is forced to kick this one away.
For the 3rd time, Mateo.
In a row. That's never a good look. Fortunately for them, they have a pretty darn good punter. Fair catch called by Green, who grabs it just short of midfield. And that is where Troy will take over, looking to add on to their already sizable lead here with 8:02 remaining in the half.
Well, let's not forget that everybody loves an underdog story.
It would be quite the story for sure. When plumbing problems strike, trust the experts at the Reuter Company, proud sponsors of Warrior Football. Serving all of Orange County, the Reuter Company offers everything from leaky faucet repairs to full sewer line replacements with the knowledge and equipment to handle jobs big and small. Their skilled team brings years of experience and a reputation for reliable professional service, residential or commercial, emergency or routine. There's a nice handoff to Munt down the far sideline. Gets it all the way up past the 35. Forced out of bounds by El Toro. Big time gain, about 14 yards there, and it's good for a first.
Yeah, he was free for that run. Size and speed. Now.
He's looking. Somebody stumbles there. It's a handoff. Looks like it's Tapia this time, finding a hole. Flag on the play. He picked up about 3 on the play, pending the flag. Looked like it might have been on the tackle there. There's Mason Mays clapping. I think it's going to be on El Toro.
Let's look at the replay here. See, we can see what happened.
Maybe a late hit? It is going to be on El Toro, and that's going to move them up 15 yards. Another big-time penalty called on El Toro.
Yikes. Brings them right at the edge of the red zone. Into the red zone.
Just
Sorry.
about. Troy playing quickly, handed off to Rippon, finding a hole, and he's brought down quickly.
Loss of yards there.
Quattro Schindel in the mix there for the tackle.
Replay. Yeah, quickly pinched him.
Schindel's been a menace on defense as well. 55 tackles in just 8 games this season. He's been out and about. That one handed off. Munt running up the middle. Is he free? Still fighting. Does he get in? I think he's a little short.
That is 1 yard less
Just
than 1
short. Ethan Munt takes the ball all the way up to the 1. How about that? Look at this.
He shakes and bakes that O-line. Just right past him to get in, what, a foot of the end zone?
2 yards.
2 yards, sorry.
A little bit more than a foot, but
yeah. Looks like pretty
you get the
close to
memo.
me. Yeah.
First and goal, 2 yards to go. It's going to be Munt. Can he get in? It's going to be close. I think he's still short.
Loss.
I think they're going to give him a yard, but nothing more than that. Let's see where the refs spot this. Take a look at that last run again. That got him all the way up to the 2. And, yep, ball spotted at the 1 yard line now on second down.
With a powerhouse of Munt, hand him the ball. Push him through.
Munt already with 2 touchdowns on the game. Can he make it 3? There's Munt wide open for the touchdown. Ethan Munt with his 3rd score of the game. Just under 6 to go in the second quarter, excuse me. And Ethan Munt makes this game 27-3 Troy.
Popping off.
As he always does.
Yeah, Ethan Munt, man. Ooh, Ethan Munt. I'm just viewing him. Looks like taking a bit of water break. David
He
Park
deserved it after scoring 3 touchdowns before the end of the half. David Park looking to make this a 25-point lead.
Yeah, he'll make
up
it.
In the air. And way to speak, Joseph. He misses wide left.
I am very sorry. I may have jinxed that.
That's only his 3rd miss of the season on extra points, and you can blame Joseph Nguyen for that one.
You can blame the color commentator. But from my stats here, David Park is a very good kicker.
Tonight's matchup is made possible by Stepanovich and Associates Professional Law Corporation in Orange. Recognized with top peer ratings for legal knowledge, judgment, communication, and experience, their attorneys are trusted to handle complex cases with unmatched professionalism. Clients turn to Stepanovich and Associates for reliable counsel and results-driven representation. Respected across the region and committed to excellence, Stepanovich and Associates stands ready to work for you. Here comes a kick from Tarosian, and a booming one this time. Caught around the 10. Looking to take this down. Flag on the play as the returner, number 8, Troy Ted Tao Tao, takes it out of bounds at the 30. Let's check this one out. Taking it down. The flag was thrown a little before first contact on the returner, so.
Looks like another replay here.
Looks like it may have been picked off. And it's going to be holding on El Toro. So they will start 5 yards back from where they returned it. All the way at the 29. Oh, even further. And the ball spotted all the way at the 19. Is that another 15-yard penalty?
Yikes.
It's going to be a 20-yard loss due to the penalty. El Toro just can't catch a break here.
Man, oh man.
And that's going to be a big time penalty there. That was number 27, Noah Heathington, the senior captain, jumping way offsides. That'll lead to a 1st and 5. Finally something going El Toro's way.
A bit jumpy there.
Moving in the backfield, Nucci looking to throw up the gut, and it's caught.
Shake
What
and
a
bake.
catch. That's Matthew Arroyo up the middle of the field for the 1st down and more.
That was very nice.
Moving out.
Straight pass to assist, shake and bacon over the defender.
Absolute dart there. Perfect pass. Noah Heathington with some pretty solid coverage there, but fortunately couldn't get anything going. 1st and 10, it will be nearing the 35 for El Toro. Nucci, another short pass. It's Arroyo again, but he is going to be strapped down. Still moving back. See where they spot this one.
But he hesitated there. I think there was
Yeah.
a split second of him just staring at the defenders, trying to find out what he'll do next.
Yeah, I mean, if I was staring down Mason Navy, I think I'd be pretty scared as well. Under 5 minutes to go in the half. Low snap, but it's handed off to Chi, and he's got a nice room to run there as he takes it all the way up past midfield. There is a flag. A little shoving there after the play by number 8, Troy Ted Tao Tao. So now it's like Kingston Watts. And that's going to be yet another penalty on El Toro, holding this time. That's going to take him back a little bit. 10 yards back, all the way at the their own 39.
Four minutes on the clock.
We saw this problem when Troy played Fullerton nearly 2 months ago, where Fullerton just kept tallying the flags, and it ultimately killed their game. Let's see if El Toro can figure this out. Chi with another run, trying to fight his way up the middle, but tripped up just past the 40. Ball will be spotted at the 42. It will be 4th and 2, and a big decision to make here for head coach Peter Lofthouse. What do you do in this situation, Joseph?
What do we do here? Well, there's nothing much you can do if you're getting these many flags and being pushed back.
That's right.
Once again, I'd say, or what's traditionally done is punt and another flag.
Looks like they were going for it on 4th down, but looks like they forced the offsides. So El Toro draws a penalty on Troy. And so you can erase that 4th and 2. It's now 1st and 10 up to the 47. Here's Nucci looking for a short pass to Chi. He's got his way up the far sideline, fighting for the 1st, and I think he has it. They're going to give it to him. 1st down by Chi, knocked down by Avi.
Play here. Replay.
Nice run for Chi. Looks like he's finally starting to find a stride. With just over 3 minutes to go in the 1st half.
See if they could get close to the red zone.
That one handed off. It's Chi again, looking near sideline this time. Brought down by Heathington. but another very nice gain for the senior running back. He is just within a couple yards of the first.
Like you said, Mateo, earlier, clawing their way for points. Determination.
They have to at this point. I mean, if they suffer another big-time score from Troy, I mean, that'll basically put this game to bed. So I love seeing this fight from El Toro here. Trying to get something on the board before half. Pressure coming on from the defense. Nucci rolls right and caught by Arroyo. Ooh, nice play,
Good
running
step.
up the middle now, still on his feet. Brought down by Ortega, but not before a huge gain. El Toro is up in the red zone now
Let's look at this
for the
replay.
first time in this game.
Look at the footwork here.
Yeah, and you can see the stark difference there from the last time he received the ball, where he kind of just froze and hesitated there.
Yeah.
And being brought down. That time, he knew exactly what he was doing. Very shifty there, great footwork, and it led to a huge gain.
They're going to juke out the O-line.
Nucci ready. He's going to run it up himself, a design quarterback rush, and he's going to find his way all the way to the end zone. Touchdown by Wyatt Nucci. And El Toro finds their way on the board once more. That'll make it 27-9.
In the words of the mighty Thanos, I'll do it myself. Nucci. Very nice.
That was a very nice play. You don't normally see design QB runs from that far out, but he made it work.
There was a hole for him, and
Yeah. Credit to the O-line there. Booming PAT. It's good. As that ball goes all the way to the fence dividing the track from the street. Very big leg on that kid.
cutting the lead down to 17. They're still in the game.
Minute 45 remaining in the half. We'd like to thank Proud Warrior sponsor Mayday Grounding, who provides superior electrical grounding products for industrial, commercial, and construction businesses. The valuable advantages Mayday offers are great service, extensive inventory of high-quality products, and a highly trained, experienced sales staff. Please visit our sponsor at maydaygrounding.com. D'Amato ready for the kick. High in the air. And that's going to go out the back of the end zone for the touchback. So the Warriors look to add on to that lead with under 2 to go in the half. Not a lot of time to work with, but we know how fast this offense moves. And I think Coach Chavez can absolutely get it done here.
With the size and speed of Munt, they can get it. Don't forget, me and Matera are doing the bunt thing.
So Mason Mays leading his team out. Handed off to Munn, and he is strapped. Loss of yards for Troy there.
Very quick strap, too.
Yeah, defense was ready.
With a man like Ethan Munn, the strategy there is quickly strap him down. If he gets the ball, strap him down.
Be second and 11 there for Troy. Mason Mays fires to the near sideline. Hudson Plug there. Nice tackle.
That was a dive right at his knees.
More of a dive there by Noah Cisneros, the junior DB. Plug picks up the reception for a handful of yards there. That'll make it 3rd and 7. A minute 12 on the clock as it stops right where it is.
One way that can happen is a coast-to-coast action where they just hand it to Ethan Munt coast-to-coast. But that's just a theory.
Looks like a bit of confusion there, and it will be a timeout called on Troy for minute 12 remaining. It's going to be their first of 3 in the half, as they look to game plan for these remaining seconds. Tonight's game is brought to you by Shady Nook Sports Bar, a Brea institution since 1980. Known for its welcoming atmosphere, Shady Nook is your place for cold drinks, great food, and plenty of entertainment. Enjoy pool, darts, and karaoke nights, or just relax with friends in a clean, fun setting. Planning an event? They even offer private bookings for parties and celebrations. For friendly service and a true local vibe, stop by Shady Nook on Kramer and Birch, or visit shadynookbar.com. That is shadynookbar.com.
There was like a bit of confusion from the players when they heard what Chavez said.
Yeah, he was yelling something towards them. Obviously, whatever message he was trying to send did not get across. And fortunately for them, they do have a lot of timeouts remaining. We've seen in the last couple games that we broadcast here that timeouts were used very early on. Mays rolls out. It's going to be a short pass to Rippon, who slips up a little bit. Now running backwards. Very dangerous here. And he is down all the way at their own 10.
Yikes, man.
Big time play for El Toro. That is just what they needed here.
A slip?
That's Matthew Arroyo with the big tackle, making plays on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, he was stumbling there. Got back on his feet quick, though.
Yeah.
But, El Toro was there to reap what he sowed.
That'll make it 4th and 19, under a minute to go. And a timeout called on El Toro. Clock will be changed to 1 minute. 1 minute left. Timeout on El Toro. So we await the conclusion of this epic first half. It looks like we're going to have another video for you guys here coming right up.
Pasta's my go-to meal.
I like eating pasta before the games.
I eat pasta because that's what they give me.
Definitely pasta. Probably like brisket or just a burger.
Cheeseburger.
Burger.
Chipotle before the games.
Probably Chipotle or Panda Express.
Just some chicken and some sort of carbs.
Just chicken and rice.
Shawarma for sure.
Honestly, whatever they feed me before the game. I don't really care.
Whatever the team dinner is, some tacos out the store.
4th and 18 now for Troy. It's going to be punted away by Tarosian, trying to get that ball as far out as he can. It's going to be a fair catch called. Whoa, a little bit of contact there after the fair catch was called. It's Andrew Green. Andrew Green upset. Coach Chavez upset.
Looks like the crowd is upset too.
Yeah, the ball was initially caught at the 39. Yeah, the crowd not having any of that. Looks like it was just a little trip up, and maybe the El Toro player kind of sold it a little bit to the ref.
The ref's deliberating on the action to go forward with.
And it is going to be a personal foul on Troy, and that is great news for El Toro, who are going to have great field positioning with 56 seconds remaining. The ball will be spotted all the way on their opposing 23. And now Wyatt Nucci with a big chance to get his team into the end zone for a second time in minutes.
With 56 seconds on the clock, this close.
It's going to be a short pass. Gets up to 20. Ooh. Huge hit. Wow.
Knocked him on his
Noah
back.
Tarosian bringing the boom.
5 big booms on that.
Ted Tao Tao with the short reception there. These Chargers moving very quickly. Nucci looking for a pass. Up the middle. Caught by Arroyo. Can't get in though. Clock still moving. Caught at the 2. Tackled by Green. Timeout called. It will be timeout.
Amazing tosses from the QB there. That was a dot straight to the center of his chest, which he caught.
Yeah, Matthew Arroyo, again, has been all over the place. Not only does he lead Iota in interceptions, but he also has himself almost 500 receiving yards and 5 touchdowns. He has been a big asset on both sides of the ball, and he is making some big-time plays for this offense tonight, keeping them in this ball game. A lot to talk about for both of these teams. With the ball in 2, this defense really has to come through. El Toro has a chance here, bringing this game back within 10 points.
They're really close there. They're 3 yards away from the end zone. Traditionally, up the gut. Send him away.
Nucci still out of the shotgun. Looks like a bit of an early break. And pass just over the head of Tet Tao Tao. Noah Tarosian with the coverage. And that'll make it 2nd down.
See if we get a replay.
Yep. Just a little over the top there from Nucci.
But likewise, what a good pass.
Thought it might have been an offsides on Troy. Looks like they might have jumped just a tad. Bubbles are getting into the press box. I don't know what's going on here.
The crowd
section
there
must be having some fun. Nucci drops back, looking for a pass, far side, and it's caught for the touchdown.
Buzzinga.
Bryce Thacker into the end zone for his 9th time.
Let's look at this replay.
As the Chargers bring this game within 11. Another great pass from Nucci there. Thacker found himself wide open on the far side.
See if this PAT is successful.
This would bring them within 10. In the air. And it's good. Diamato.
Uh-oh.
Gives the Chargers their 17th point of the ball game, and with 20 seconds remaining in the half.
Is Troy slipping from their A game?
I hope not. Again, we did see this happen last week against Irvine. Of course, halftime is coming up, folks. But don't click off. We have an interview set up with one of our very own Troy players. We have great performances from Red Hot's band, perhaps. And Joseph and I will be doing a little special something here in the booth. Don't want to miss out. Booming kick, that's going to go. It's going to stay in the end zone there. They'll just take the touchback. Troy will start on the road 20 with 20 seconds to go. Now, if you're Coach Chavez here, do you try to make a push down the field, or do you just run this thing to the half?
Now, traditionally, play it safe. Run it down to the half, take some knees down there. You don't want to get too greedy, because being too greedy allows mistakes. Like a interception, perchance.
Yeah, I agree. I think you just run out the clock here. Troy will be receiving the ball to start the second half. Keep that in mind. And yeah, they're just going to need it all the way to the half, it looks like.
Better safe than sorry.
Both teams heading to the locker room. That'll mark halftime. Heading into the half, Troy leads 27-17. But in these last couple of minutes, it's been all El Toro. Very exciting to see how this game will play out.
Hi, Omnia. I'm here with Paul Ortega. So I wanted to ask you, what did your team do to prepare for the game tonight?
We trained really hard. We focused on their play style, and we just wanted to execute, and that's what we're doing today.
Now, I wanted to ask you, how does it feel to play your last home league game?
Feels great. Try to put everything out all in there. Love my boys and love this team. Can't wait to win.
Anything else?
Now, let's just get the W. Let's go.
Thank you.
That was senior safety Paul Ortega there with a very nice interview. Thank you, Paul, for your time. Before we get into halftime festivities, we'd like to give a sweet thank you to our dessert sponsor, Nothing Bundt Cakes in Brea, right on Imperial Highway. This fall, they're baking up seasonal favorites like pumpkin spice and snickerdoodle alongside their classic red velvet and chocolate chip. Whether you're celebrating a birthday, a big win, or just want to treat yourselves, Nothing Bundt Cakes has the perfect buntlet, bunttini, or full-size cake. Visit nothingbundtcakes.com or stop by the Brea Bakery today. That's nothingbundtcakes.com. So, on a past broadcast, we mentioned that we haven't really tried any of these before, and a lovely lady, I didn't catch her name, gave us a free box of Bundt Cakes from Nothing Bundt Cakes, so we're going to try them right now. All right, well, anyways, we're going to try them right now. We have a lot of options here, as Red Hots does their dance without music. It's like we have a music malfunction, but they're still dancing, and they're doing great.
But looks like we have chocolate, vanilla, some strawberry, and more vanilla. So let's check this out.
I think we'll wait for the Red Hots to conclude, but they look very delicious. Yeah, so we're going to wait after the conclusion of this incredible dance. They're still playing without music. I don't know what's going on.
What else? Dedication. Finish the show through, even though they don't got music. Kind of looks like the ballerina scene from John Wick. But aren't you excited to taste these cakes, Mateo?
Absolutely. What a performance by Red Hots. As per usual, just doing their thing. Very excited.
Now, let's see if the announcers can enjoy this little mukbang of ours.
All right. So again, thank you to Red Hots for that amazing performance. But let's check these out. We got some, what do we have here? Chocolate, vanilla, that red velvet. That red velvet looks good.
That's red velvet. See, the camera can look at that red velvet over there.
I might have to go for the red velvet. Red face, red velvet. I mean, I think that just works perfectly.
I think I'm going to go for a little vanilla action.
All right, all right.
Now let's see if we can get this to the camera.
Look at this.
Vanilla action.
That looks pretty darn good.
All right, let's check this out.
All right, you ready to go here?
Yep.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Wow. That's incredible. Did you eat the whole thing in one bite? Awesome. That was amazing. The creaminess on top, the red velvet really standing out. That was really good. Thank you. Nothing but cakes. Try it out. You heard it here first.
I could wholeheartedly say that the commercials don't do it justice. This is really good.
You gotta try it for yourself. Looks like now we have band performing. They're all dressed up in true Halloween fashion.
Very nice.
What an incredible performance by Troy band. Really giving it their all out there for their, what may be their final football performance of the year. Very impressive stuff from them. Right now, before we get into the second half, we have another pre-recorded interview for your enjoyment. Here we go.
My favorite memory is after the La Habra game in the locker room. With everyone and the guys going crazy.
Winning La Habra.
Toro, serving Southern California home buyers and investors since 1980. With over 900 successful closings, Tom combines his expertise as a certified financial planner and 1031 exchange specialist to help clients build wealth through real estate. Trusted, experienced, and committed to results.
Green Bay Packers.
Miami Dolphins.
Probably the 49ers.
Cincinnati Bengals.
The LA Rams.
It's the Saints.
Atlanta Falcons.
Cleveland Browns.
The Chargers.
With the New York Giants. The Seattle Seahawks.
start the second half. Everybody up for the kickoff.
We're
All right,
good to
guys.
have you watching, guys, for this Friday night high school football.
Are you ready to get into the third quarter here? Troy leading by 10 points, 27-17. And I'm excited to see how this game ends up.
Very.
Iota League Championship game back in action. As Troy will return this ball, and it's a very nice return. All the way past the 30 on their own end. Very nice. That's, I think, Luke Dolmat there with the return. And that's how we are going to get things started in the second half.
Now from the first half, Troy leading for most of it, but nearing the end, Toro bringing it back.
I would say it was probably Troy for like the first 18 minutes. And then late in that second quarter, El Toro with 2 touchdowns. Keeping it close, very exciting.
And the penalties this game.
Handoff and brought down. Loss of yards there. Ethan Munt with the carry. He's been great all game. That time just couldn't find that hole. It's going to be 2nd and 12. Mason Mays running back out. Getting ready here on 2nd and 12. All spotted on their own 31. He's in the shotgun. Pitches it to Mont. Still on his feet. Trying to claw his way through. Falls down. Might have picked up a yard. Not much more than that. Henry Stevenson, the senior, with the play there on defense. That'll make it 3rd and 11. Brandon Mays running onto the field. That's Chandler Lieberman running off the field there. Mays falls right, looking to throw over the middle. Caught by Plug, and he trucks the defender across for the first down as he gets up all the way to the 47. Hudson Plug getting it done on 3rd down.
Very nice quick time decision to give it to Plug. He was right open in the middle.
Look at that truck stick. Devin Kostick, the unfortunate defender there. He's had a very solid season on defense, 34 tackles on the year. To the senior cornerback. Mays looking to pass again. This time he's got Munt across midfield, brought down out of bounds for a very nice gain there.
2 dudes from the front and back grabbing Munt to the end. To out.
I think you should watch your choice of words a little bit there.
Oh, sorry, folks.
That's okay. I was just joking, man. You're all good. I just thought it was funny. 2nd and 3. Hand it off. Running up the field. Rip on. And he's through near sideline. All the way up to the 20 for Charlie Rippon.
Man. Let's look at that replay there.
What a run. That had to have been close to 30 yards there.
But he passed that O-line. There was a hole, which allowed him to dip into the red zone.
That's Matthew Arroyo hawking him down, but not before a huge gain. Mays is going to hang on to this one. Brought down, lots of pressure coming on. That was number 52, Mason Hogan, the senior, with the pressure there.
Bit of a Hail Mary pass there.
Mays, I think he was just trying to get it out. Just trying to avoid the sack there. Find a man. Fortunately, didn't pan out.
1st and 10.
Lieberman, the junior, back on the field now for Troy. As we'll look at a 2nd and 10, just behind the 20. Pitched off. Ethan Munt finds his hole, shifts left, all the way up to the 10, and it will be good for a first down. Ethan Munt continues to make plays as Troy looks to get into the end zone to start the second half.
There you go. Let's look at this replay here. Yeah. Dodging and weaving defenders, flying past them, diving to get him, but good footwork, good speed. Outmatches all of them.
Movement backfield. That one pitched off to Munt. Munt trying to find a hole. Shifts in, and he's in for the touchdown. Ethan Munt, unstoppable. That's his 4th touchdown of the ball game.
Man, oh man.
A 10-yard rush. Good for the touchdown, and that'll make it 33-17 Troy.
He nearly dodged that defender on his toes. Diving into the end zone.
Munt continues to be a presence, making a statement in his final league game of his career.
I will not say
as
anything.
a high school player.
I will not say anything about this kick.
David Park. It's good.
Very nice. Let's not jinx it again.
David Park knocks down the extra point with 8:52 remaining in the quarter. Troy now leads 34-17 as they prepare to kick this one back off.
17-point deficit.
Joe, we've seen a lot of Halloween spirit today. Of course, not very often you get to see a game on Halloween, but I mean, the festivities today, even starting back all the way to the beginning of school when we had the Halloween rally.
Very nice.
Had many of our athletes dance. Very fun. Shout out to Troy Baseball, who won the dance competition, the second rally, headlined by Braden Hawkins, supported by many of the players, and it was just very fun.
And that was great too, but you can't forget the costume contests near the end of the rally where Super Mario won it.
That's right. Very fun. And even the costumes from the band was really nice.
Yeah.
That ball was taken up close to the 35 on El Toro's end. It's another squib kick from Tarosian. He loves those low kicks. Of course, fits very well with the deceptiveness of this Troy team. You never know when you're going to get a bad bounce and perhaps a turnover.
Yep.
Quick throw, fake handoff. Tossed over, up the middle goes Arroyo across midfield. Plenty good for the first down.
See a replay of that bob and weave there. I saw some excellent footwork.
Yeah, very nice play by Nucci there. Faked the handoff and then just went right up the middle. Arroyo, I can't even count how many times he's been open up the middle. El Toro evidently unfazed by the early Troy touchdown as they progress down the field. 1st and 10. Nucci fakes a quick throw. He's going to take it himself up the middle. Brought down. Big Mikey Fenton there for the tackle. That'll make it 2nd and 10.
He was quickly strapped going down the middle there.
Michael Fenton, an interesting player. Only joined the football team last year as a sophomore. Another fake handoff pass complete. And I think it's good for the first down there. Andrew Bozic, the senior wide receiver, with his first reception of the ball game. And it will indeed be good for the first.
Some great passes by the QB.
Yep. Wyatt Nucci has been on. Looking, pressure coming on, tipped up, still caught. Arroyo stays with the catch, and he takes it out of bounds for a small gain, but what a play by Arroyo to stay with that ball.
Great
Love to see a
hustle.
replay.
Some great hustle there. Look. You would have great vision to see that the ball was tipped out.
Yeah.
And able to save it as well and get some yards while at it.
There's great awareness from Arroyo there. They'll be 2nd and 6. Arroyo hands it off to Chi this time, but they're ready. Fisher McDonald in there for the tackle. And that's going to take us to 3rd down. Looks like it's going to be a loss of 3 on the tackle from McDonald. Looking at a 3rd and 9 now on El Toro's own, the opposing 36. Under 7 minutes to go here in the quarter. Nucci drops back, looks to pass, rolls right now. Pressure from Fenton, fires for the end zone. Way over the head of his target. Troy Tetau. Intended target there. Big time pressure coming on from Fenton.
Yeah, he was right behind him before that toss.
Yeah.
I think it was a couple inches. A few moments delay and would have been a sack.
Michael Fenton, a very interesting player. 6 feet tall, 235 pounds. But don't be fooled, that boy can run. And he can run pretty darn fast for his size.
6 foot tall.
Nucci, they're gonna go for it on 4th. Fires, picked off! Intercepted by Noah Tarosian. And the ball will be turned over. Right back to Troy.
Man, oh man.
Big time play for the junior corner. And with 6:34 remaining in the 3rd quarter, Troy will recover possession.
QB had space to think. He wasn't that pressured. He had a little breathing room to choose a point to pass. But it looks like Noah Tarosian was the point.
You know, I think that was just great coverage by Tarosian. I mean, he read that pass perfectly, got to where he needed to be, and just made an excellent play.
Motion in the back.
It's Brady Sofa coming on from the sidelines. Playing out wide. Ball handed off to Rippon, looking for a hole, and he'll be strapped down, perhaps for a loss there. Looks like it's going to be a loss of about 1 there. That'll make it 2nd and 11. Nearing the halfway point here in this quarter. Andrew Green out wide now. Mays rolls right, caught down the sideline.
Spin move, I said.
Goes Ethan Munt. Spin move to avoid the defender. Brought down just behind the 45 on their own end. That'll be good for a 1st.
Now that was a good spin move. Put him in a washing machine. So you can get a replay on that spin move there. That was...
Love to see that, yeah.
But got that defender lost.
Yeah. You know, Ethan Munt just such a unique mixture of speed and strength, and he's really showing it tonight. That one given a rip on, coming down the near sideline, gets across midfield, or very close to doing so. And that's going to be a very nice gain there of about 6. So we look at a 2nd and 4. Let's check this one out.
Yeah, very nice coverage by the O-line.
Ball spotted on the Troy 49. Good way to play here. Troy coming out of the huddle. Mason Mays out of the shotgun. And he's gonna, oh, it's a direct snap to Munt? Oh, big time tackle there after the play was deemed dead. Nothing called yet. Player, El Toro player down. Here comes the training staff. Will be a short gain for Munt.
He's down.
Yeah. That's never a good look.
Looks like can't get up on his own. Looks like something wrong with his foot or his leg. Physical therapist on the line. Never a good look to see a player injured. Got up on his own, though.
Coming up.
That's number 35.
It looks like the training staff helped him up, but he is walking off under his own power.
Honestly, Danny
Like
would win the talent show with his guitar and singing skills.
Was that?
35.
35, excuse me. John Arzumanian, senior D lineman, walking off the field. But Troy back to work and immediately giving to Munt, who picks up the first down and more. Ethan Munt converts the third down. And this gritty Warriors offense continues to push the ball down the field.
It's a good strategy with these. Press them down, take a lot of time as you need. So once they do score, there's not going to be a lot of time for El Toro.
Mason rolls to the left, caught by Munt. Seeks a defender, still on his feet as he gets pulled out of bounds across the 25. What a play by Munt.
Shake and bake. Can we get a replay on that? Let's see a replay.
I would love to see a replay. That was one of the better moves that we've seen from Munt. It's absolutely put that guy in a blender.
Oh my.
It looks like there will be a timeout. El Toro will call their first timeout of the half.
Let's comment about the excellent footwork in this half that we've seen. First a spin move, now a little shake and bake over that defender to get him flying past Munt. Man.
Just under 4 minutes to go here in the quarter. Troy up to the opposing 29 after another great play by Munt. He's ready. Ball handed off. It's Rippon this time, finding his way across the 20 inside the red zone.
He's still on his feet.
Still on his feet, getting pushed around. Play is whistled dead. Rippon will pick up 4 on the play. Rippon taking that one up all the way to the 20. Troy working on a 2nd and 6 here as Mays looks to punch one in here.
Oh, he's
Rippon
free.
Down the near sideline. Great tackle there. Pulled out of bounds.
Man, oh man.
Malachi Mena, senior middle linebacker. He's had a great season himself. 76 tackles on defense. And a vicious play right there.
Mid-air catch, too, to get him to get the tackle.
Rippon will take it for a first down as they look at a 1st and 10. Running up the middle. Mason Mays taking that one up himself, but Mena right there once more for another tackle. He will gain 3 on the play, so it'll be 2nd and goal at the 7. Mays ready. Under center. Finds Rippon. Breaks left again, and he's got a wide open hole inside the end zone for the touchdown. Charlie Rippon getting it done. Flag on the play way after the touchdown. Might have been some sort of unsportsmanlike there. We'll see in a bit. But for the time being, Troy now leads 40-17 with 2:24 remaining in the 3rd quarter. I think Troy ran that same play with Rippon breaking left. Almost like a jet sweep there. And El Toro just couldn't find a way to stop it. That's Rippon's first touchdown of the game. Troy now leads by a whopping 23 points.
Ooh.
Pending the PAT.
David Park, Mr. Consistent.
It looks like the unsportsmanlike was on El Toro. What is going on? I think that will be applied to the kickoff, if I'm not mistaken. In the meantime, David Park up in the air, and it's good.
Very nice, very nice.
David Park, the machine.
The machine.
Getting it done again. That'll bump up Troy's count to 41 as they lead over El Toro now by 24 points.
For French people, that's 41.
Very nice. How many French viewers do you think we have?
Oh, a couple here and there, I would suppose.
Or maybe people that speak French.
I mean, if you take French class, I mean, good on you.
If you speak French and you're in the broadcast tuning in, we love to hear from you.
Of course, yes. We love our French speakers.
Absolutely.
J'aime de parfums.
So with 2:24 remaining in the 3rd quarter, Tarosian will kick this ball away from El Toro's 45. That unsportsmanlike. Looks like it's going to hurt them. Well, Tarosian from normal distance usually has no problem kicking it out the back. And that's exactly what he's going to do. It's caught in the end zone, but it will go for a touchback. Devin Kostick there. Making a catch, but ball will be spotted on El Toro's 20 as they look to find any way back into this game.
Now let's see if the unsportsmanlike is applied after this touchback.
I believe it was applied on the kickoff.
Oh.
He booted that thing from El Toro's 45.
Well.
That's going to be another penalty. Looks like a false start on the offense. El Toro charged once again.
Push back even more.
Pun intended. And so now they'll start this one at their own 15 on a 1st and 15. Nucci, quick handoff to Chi, and Somebody swept in there. Noah Heathington, looks like he tripped up Chi just enough to get him to stumble. Chi able to pick up just 2 yards there as we look at a 2nd and 13 with just 2 minutes to go here in the quarter. Nucci ready, drops back, rolls to the left, and big time play from Andrew Green pushing the quarterback out of bounds for no gain, it looks like. Maybe even a loss.
Well, I saw him walk that line there. I mean, not definitely no gain, but I can't tell if there's a loss or not.
Yeah, looks like it's going to be a 3rd and 15. Backed up at their own 15-yard line. Not sure what's happening. Field is very stagnant right now.
Now, what happened to all that momentum last quarter?
Looks like the clock, a little discrepancy with the clock there. Set to 1:35 now remaining in the 3rd.
What happened to all that momentum?
Nucci looking to pass this one away. Pressure coming on from the defense. Flags all over the place, and he's just going to chuck it out of bounds. Oh, almost hits a cheerleader. Ooh, wow. Heads up. See what this flag was on. Tons of pressure coming from the defense there. The referee's debating here. There's going to be a holding on El Toro, as well as a personal foul on Troy. So 2 offsetting penalties there. We will replay the down. Holding on El Toro, as well as a roughing the passer on Troy. So we will redo this 3rd and 15.
Everybody loves a little redo when things not go your way. So let's see if El Toro can.
Sometimes you just need a little reset. Of course. Get you ready, flags all over the play. Looks like we might have had another false start. Yep. And that's exactly what it's going to be. El Toro pushed back even more. Ball spotted on their own 10 now.
This is bad.
That'll make it 3rd and 19. Jeez. El Toro in a dire situation. Nucci looking to get them out of it. He's in the end zone now, threatening a safety. Finds Arroyo, nice catch, now shifting back towards the middle of the field. Gets all the way back up to the 21 before being brought down. That'll be good for about a 10-yard gain, making it a 4th and 9 look here. 4th down. Under a minute to go in the quarter, and it looks like we're going to see another El Toro punt.
It was a good pass, but it looks like they just didn't have enough.
Yeah, just the defense, man, they've been performing so well in this 3rd quarter. So much pressure. That one booted by Diamato.
Fair catch.
Fair catch called by Green. Just beyond Troy's own 45. And so that's where the Warriors will get going here.
35, I think they'll just knee it up.
So with 35 seconds remaining in the 3rd, Troy is up 41-17 over El Toro in this Iota League title game. Warriors dangerously close to putting this game away. Handed off to Rippon. Breaking left again. Flag thrown. Knocked down for a gain of about 4.
Looks like they will not knee.
Looks like that was Jordan Williams with the rush there. Picks up about 4, still awaiting the flags. And we'll be holding on the Warriors there, so that'll set them back a little bit. Ball spotted on the 33 after the 10-yard penalty. Troy now looking at a 1st and 20. Clock running. Looks like they might just kill what's left and head on over to the 4th. They might try to get a playoff here.
With
Clock running. And that's going to be the end of the quarter. So they snap the ball just a tad late. There's a flag. Might have been delayed game. They spotted the ball on the, they sent him back 5. It'll be a delayed game. Not sure what happened. I'm pretty sure I saw the scoreboard clock change from 4 to 2. But nonetheless, it will be a delay of game. That will set it back another 5 yards. Clock set to 2 seconds. Well, 1st and 25. And that's a nice little run there. Oh, careful there.
Ooh, yikes.
32. Jackson Hintz taking it up close to the 40. Pushed dangerously close to that bench there, but luckily able to stop himself. So solid gain from Hintz.
That'll be the end of the 3rd.
That'll take us to the end of the 3rd quarter. After 3 full, Troy leads 41-17. What an exciting game this has been.
That is Troy's cheer squad supporting the football team.
A special thanks goes out to Philosophy Dental plus Ortho in Fullerton, where modern dentistry meets genuine comfort. Led by Dr. Esther Lee and Dr. Bennett Lee, their friendly team provides family, cosmetic, and orthodontic care in a warm, welcoming environment. With cozy blankets, TVs in every room, and a focus on patient comfort, Philosophy turns every visit into a positive experience. Conveniently located on Harbor Boulevard, just up the street, or online at philosophydental.com. Philosophy is here to keep you smiling. Check them out at philosophydental.com. Before this 4th quarter gets underway, we have another interview video for you all to enjoy. Here we go.
Enjoy complimentary Toyota care with every new Toyota.
Talent show, just like I've seen him juggle, like the way he like.
I would take Luke Dolmat because he's a great singer.
I have to say Andrew Green, you got to hear him sing. He's really good.
Danny would win on the talent show. He's a really good musician, very intellectual.
Danny's guitar skills would beat out everybody else.
Probably CJ. He can belly dance really good. I feel like if Danny and Andrew.
Here comes the start of the 4th quarter, and it will start with a flag. Charlie Rippon taking it down for basically no gain. Knocked down by 54 of El Toro. Jaden Christensen, the junior. And it will be yet another holding call on Troy, their 2nd one of the drive. However, the penalty will be declined by El Toro. So they're willing to take the loss of down over the yardage push back. The ball spotted on Troy's own 36. Looking at a 3rd and 17 here. Mason Mays ready. Hands it off to Toppy in the backfield, going far side, and he is strapped up. Tapia had about 5-6 guys in the vicinity there. All brought him down there.
For no gain.
For no gain. It'll be a 4th and 17. Probably looking to punt this ball away. Don't want to give El Toro any momentum. That's exactly what it will be. No Tarosian going to punt this one away. So early in the 4th quarter, we're seeing Troy's very first punt of the ball game. What does that tell you about this offense?
It tells me that it's going to be an exciting game.
What a bounce on the punt. It's going to take him back all the way to the 24 on El Toro's side, down by Fisher McDonald back there. That ball had a little kick to it at the end. So 10:32 left in the 4th quarter. Chargers will take over.
Ref having a discussion with El Toro.
The Chargers running out of time to make something happen here. Here's Nucci.
Handoff.
Hand it off. It's Chi running down the near side. Across the 30, brought down by Avey. Great tackle. That'll be a solid gain of about 7 there for the senior running back.
And right on his heels. Slam him down.
Ball on 33. Nucci looking to throw over the middle. Intended target there. Bryce Thacker couldn't hang on to the ball. It will fall incomplete. Now looking at a 3rd and 1. Yeah, got his fingertips there. Nice coverage by Avey. Covered just enough space to enforce a drop. 3rd and 1. Nucci rolling, and he is strapped. Big time sack for Troy.
No, uh-oh. This late into the game, your QB getting sacked?
That was Luke Dolmat with a big time sack. Now a 4th and 10. First sack of the game on either side. And excuse us, it looks like it was Jake Maturo with the sack. Very nice play. El Toro shaping up to punt. Troy anticipating the fake. And they're just going to kick it off. Green. Not there. They're just going to let it fall. Heads up play there by number 33. Devin Kostick preventing that thing from going out of bounds. And with 8:57 remaining in the quarter and in the game, Troy retains possession up 24 points here late in this ball game.
It's been an exciting game.
Absolutely. Very fun to watch. All kinds of action on both sides of the field. But as it stands, the Warriors well on their way to taking this one. He's ready. Oh, that's Acuna in there. Taking snaps now, and it's a short handoff to 31. That's Riley Billington there with the carry. They will be stopped a yard short of the line of scrimmage. Maybe a yard across the line of scrimmage, actually. Making it a 2nd and 9. Acuna was the starting quarterback for this team until Mason Mays was cleared for his transfer penalty, or I don't know what they call it.
Timeout called by Troy.
Troy avoiding the delay of game penalty there. Taking their first of 3 timeouts here in the half. Tonight's game is presented by Judy Borowski of Century 21 Discovery in Fullerton. With nearly 30 years of experience and recognized as a top producer, Judy and Denise and their team offer expert guidance, local insight, and trusted results to help you buy or sell your Orange County home. There's Judy Borowski of Century 21 Discovery in Fullerton.
That's Spike Spiegel carrying a flag.
I'm not sure what you're talking about. Sure. Early remaining, Acuna handed off.
Down the
I think
middle.
it was Billington again. Billington again with another carry. Wrapped up by that El Toro defense. Now looking at a 3rd and 8.
Yeah.
Ball spot on their own 45. Ball continues to run. That was number 80. Simon Liang getting on the field now.
Quick snap, handoff, straight down the
Hand
middle.
off. Looks like Jackson Hintz taking it up past midfield. Just short of the first, it appears. 4th and 2 now. At the opposing 49. And at this point, might as well just go for it, right?
Of course. You got none to lose.
Apparently, Coach Chavez disagrees, just going to punt this one away. Which might be the safe choice, if I must say. Ball kicked off, punted away. That one taken up. That's number 33. Devin Kostick, the senior, bobbing and weaving his way around the defense as he takes that one all the way up to the 38. So with 6:17 left in the game, El Toro will take over once more. Toro ready to get back to work. Little check down to Arroyo, and it falls incomplete.
Now that wasn't enough gas in that pass because it was a little slow down there.
Yeah, let's check this one out again.
Yeah, looks like, yeah.
Yeah, that's a play that's got to be made. And, you know, when that play isn't made, that's a good tell that this El Toro team losing hope a little bit here.
Looks like that QB's exhausted or has lost hope because he didn't put enough effort in that pass. Handed off down
the cheat and strapped up. Troy defense right up in there.
Should check out this replay.
Yeah, multiple guys got in there. Looks like Slater Sanchez, the junior, leading the charge there. Toro looking at 3rd and 8. Nucci wants to throw up over the middle. Ooh, incomplete.
Not enough.
In the hands of Andrew Bozic, the senior. But couldn't hang on, and that'll make it 4th down. El Toro looking at another punt here with 5:35 remaining.
This is what, their 6th punt for the night?
I haven't been counting, but probably somewhere around there. I mean,
loud one.
Kick and still rolling inside the 20. Very nice punt from D'Amato.
Yeah, this replay of the punt.
Very nice placement. Got it right inside the 20. I think it lies on the 18. .525 remaining on the game clock. That one handed off. And El Toro all over that. Jackson Hintz with the carry there. Maybe for a small gain.
Like he was tackled, had a lot of dudes on him. Took him down quick. 4 minutes on the clock in the 4th quarter.
Acuna under center, and he's going to take it up himself. Acuna,
ooh.
Oh, it looks like he could have gotten free there, but tripped up by the defense.
Looks like there was a hand there.
He will pick it up a 1st down there. Well done for Acuna. He gets the ball up near the 30 on their own side with a fresh set of downs. Clock ticks down to 4 minutes in the game.
Whistles.
And whistles on the play, not sure what the call is. I don't think they kneeled. It'd be way too early for that. Maybe they did. Troy looking at a 2nd and 11. Looking to play now. Going to hand it off. And that's Hintz pushing his way downfield for a nice little pickup there.
Great. I mean, let's look at this replay here. Looks like his shirt was pulled backwards.
So you got that left arm caught up somewhere in that sea of defenders.
He got past, but that hand pulled him back.
Troy now with a 3rd and 6 on their own 33.
Mateo, is it safe to call it here?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we would need a miracle at this point to see El Toro crawl back into this one. Another handoff, and wow, shoved way back. Jackson Hintz stopped by a swarm of Chargers there. Let's check this one out.
Two minutes here.
4th and 8 here.
See if Coachy Chavez chooses to take a kneel for the rest of the game.
Well, it's 4th down, so they got to punt this one away.
Yes, they do.
Snap. Booted away. Caught by Arroyo. He's going to take this one across the far sideline. Pushed out of bounds. Right around the opposing 40. With 1:34 remaining. El Toro will gain possession. Chargers ready to go.
There we go. Sorry. Wasn't in. Maybe we should just take it out.
Nucci looking.
It was working.
Waiting around midfield.
Hesitating.
A lot of time to make a play here, and he's just going to run it up himself
Man.
for a nice gain of around 6.
A lot of hesitation I saw there.
Nucci's had all the time in the world there. There will be a pickup of 7. It's so weird. I feel like Nucci either has a lifetime in the pocket or no time at all. It's like there's no in between.
Well,
short pass. That one complete on the far end of the field to Troy Tau.
1 minute on the clock.
Kingston Watts there with the tackle. Here's a snap. Nucci drops back. Wants the end zone. Fires to a wide open man in the end zone for the touchdown.
Very nice. 23.
McCade Romo, the sophomore, with the reception. With that score, El Toro lessens the deficit to 18. But at this point in the game, it's really not much help.
You're totally right, Mateo. Now let's check out this PAT.
Up in the air. It's good. Yamati does it again. So with that extra point, the score now, Troy up 41-24. Eerily similar to the score of last year's match between these two teams.
Very similar. Well, he scored a huge PAT to cut the lead down to 17.
The Troy Warriors now 1 minute and 5 seconds away from their second consecutive league championship. Very exciting for these players who have worked so hard all season, day in and day out, to make this happen. Of course, still lots to go for both teams, as with their impressive league records, they will both go on to play in the CIF playoffs. That one, what a punt. Oh my goodness. A kickoff, excuse me. That ball died at the 2. How about that?
I think number 15 expected it to be
Just bounce out. Let's look at this again.
yeah, and bounce
What
back
a beauty.
in.
Oh my goodness. Luke Domat takes it up to the 5. Do they have any scouts on that guy?
I think he was
Gianluca D'Amato, the senior, with some impressive leg talent.
I think he was confused himself. How it bounced into
Yeah,
that too.
no, that was a wonderful kick. You know, kicking is one of the more overshadowed parts of football.
Just
But,
as
I mean,
important.
It's very important. And when you see a good kick, you just can't help but appreciate it.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Troy Warriors now in victory formation, and I think they're just going to need this one all the way to the end. What a game we have seen tonight.
Amazing. Amazing.
I think we were expecting a close one after Troy's nail-biter against Irvine last week, but boy, did both sides of their play just show out. And a knee. And that will do it. Say goodnight to the El Toro Chargers, as the Troy Warriors now stand alone at the top of the Iota League. The Warriors become your 2025 Iota League champions, as Coachy Chavez gets showered with the ice buckets. What a performance.
Amazing.
Senior night, Halloween, they had it all tonight. Incredible performances by Ethan Munt, just doing Ethan Munt things. 4 touchdowns, probably well over 100 yards.
Yep. What an outstanding game we had tonight.
Hudson Plug with a touchdown. Rippon with a touchdown. Everybody played their part.
Ethan Munt.
What an incredible performance from this Troy team. And we are very excited to see them take on CIF very shortly. Well, folks, that will just about do it for tonight's match between the Troy Warriors and the El Toro Chargers. Troy pulls away with the victory. A final score of 41-24. And in the process, claim their second consecutive Iota League title. They complete the undefeated season. And what a moment that has to be for these seniors, for the entire team as a whole. Another ice bucket. They're enjoying themselves out there. On behalf of the Troy Omnia crew, we would like to thank our principal, Dr. Minster, our athletic director, Coach Bloom, and the rest of the Troy administration for providing us with the opportunity to broadcast this game. Additionally, we would like to thank Mr. Knowles for running such an incredible broadcasting program and supplying our team with the tools and knowledge necessary to produce this show. Most importantly, we would like to thank all of you who tuned in tonight for your continued viewership and support of our program. This could very well be our last football game of the season. Of course, unless we get home berth in CIF, which we will be very lucky to show for you guys. But as it stands, that's wraps for the 2025 season. Once again, I'm Mateo Salceda here with my colleague Joseph Nguyen, and we wish you all a wonderful rest of your Halloween night.
As always, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell button, and we're signing off for tonight.